BH really prepares students for whatever their future may hold. I think that comes from both, of course, the learning opportunities and the rigor of the classes that are available to students that then will benefit them in their future careers and university education.
I'm Glenn Herbert, and I'm an editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading private schools to gain insights into their programs, culture, traditions, and leadership. This includes insights from parents, alumni, and administrators. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
I think it was really the range of opportunities that are available for students to participate in. Myself, I had the opportunity to participate in extracurriculars ranging from science fair to debate and public speaking. And also at BH, there's an outstanding athletics program that a lot of students participated in. So I think just having those opportunities available to you to pursue whatever interests you have is really fantastic. And along that line, BH really promotes critical thinking skills and leadership as well. And so I think those are really valuable skills that I developed from my time at BH. Yeah, I really like just the overall atmosphere of the school. It really feels like a community where people are there to support each other, whether that be teachers supporting students or the students as well at the school. And so I think that was one main thing. I also really enjoyed the all-girls environment. I think as a girl growing up, it's really fantastic to see that girls can do anything because they do at BH. And so I think that was really valuable for me and for all the students who attend. Yeah, I think, well, a lot of different things. From my experience, I think really BH promotes opportunities for girls to be able to participate in a variety of different things. So they don't try to like push you down one path or to really just focus on like one sport or one different extracurricular activity, but really encourage you to diversify the experiences that you have. Like I said, focused a lot on academics such as science fair and debate, but I also participated in a lot of different like sports type activities. I did tennis while I was at BH, Highland dance. And I think that BH really promotes well-rounded students and taking on as many different opportunities as you can. Yeah, I would say the first thing that comes to mind is confident. I think that really embodies the school and its students as a whole. I also think open-minded is another key attribute that the school would have. And then also being a critical thinker, not taking things for granted, questioning everything that's around you, and really striving to learn and to learn as much as possible about the world. Yeah, I think the main thing, or one of the main things that a lot of students had in common at BH is really being passionate about something. And obviously what that was varies from student to student. But I think BH and its students as a whole really strive to like take on a different interest and really develop that passion. And so I think if you talk to any of the students at BH, they would be able to tell you, this is what I'm passionate about, this is what I want to do and why I'm doing it. And I think that's really valuable in the school. Yeah, I think there were a huge range of clubs and opportunities available at the school. At the time that I was a student, we had, for example, like a period built into the day where we were encouraged to attend a different club or organization. And so I think that was one way for sure that like it was built in to have time to be able to do that. And I think just also from talking to other people at the school, teachers would bring up maybe like activities or clubs that they were helping to organize and encourage students to attend. And I think that was just something that was always at the forefront of discussions were the different opportunities we had. I also, for example, in high school, was part of the Youth in Philanthropy program, where we were able to visit different organizations in the city and then allocate funds for those different programs. And then also Girls for the World, which was on a more global scale, trying to organize for social justice and change throughout the world. And I think those were really just discussed whenever we had assemblies. There were presentations made to update on what the groups were doing. And so the school always made sure that students were aware of all these different opportunities and groups that were around. So it was never really just, the students didn't have to seek those opportunities, they were always presented to them. Yeah, I think one of them is definitely compassion and open-mindedness. I think that that was something that was really presented at the school, just to be aware of the range of backgrounds that people come from and the range of experiences that people have in the world. I think that was something that was definitely discussed. And then also just having confidence. I think the school really promoted that, to know that girls can do anything, that each of the students can do whatever they choose to. I think that was something that was really instilled in us as students in the school, and that I carry with me to this day. Yeah, okay, so I think the main thing is coming in with an open mind, and just being willing to develop a passion for learning, and for the opportunities that there are at the school. I think that's one thing for sure that's really valuable. And like I said, I think the school does a really good job of instilling critical thinking in the students, and just presenting them with those opportunities for learning and growth. And so I think being open to that, and to different ways and methods of learning would be really valuable for a student. I think it's also important to come in being open to all these different opportunities. For example, coming into high school, I wouldn't have necessarily thought that I would be interested in participating in something like youth in philanthropy. But that was really one of the first opportunities that I had to participate in some type of volunteering organization. And through that, I really developed a passion for community service. And while I was a student in undergrad, and I believe my last year of high school as well, I then took on a volunteering position at a center that's called St. Amant in Winnipeg, which is for individuals with developmental disabilities. And that was something that definitely just stemmed from some of those opportunities I had in high school that I wouldn't have necessarily thought of going into that part of my education. And so I think just being open-minded to those opportunities and seeking out new things to participate in and try is something that would really benefit students in the school. Yeah, I think the main thing that would surprise families coming in is how much it feels like a close-knit group and family. I think a lot of schools just somewhere you go to learn for the day and then go home. But really with BH, it is a community and you do feel that. Like I said, my mom's a teacher in kindergarten. And if I'm home in Winnipeg visiting and go to see her at the school or just go for a visit, I still see all the teachers in the hall that I knew when I was a student. And you really feel like you're tied to the school throughout the rest of your life. And I think that's something that's really unique to BH and really valuable. Yeah, absolutely. I think in a couple ways. One of the main ones, like I said, is that because BH is an all girls school, girls do everything there. And so I think as a student growing up, I never had the thought in the back of my mind that, oh, I shouldn't go into engineering because girls don't do that, because girls did everything at BH. And I grew up knowing that and developed confidence in my own skills and learning abilities through that. And so I think that definitely shaped who I am as a person. And then also, like I said, BH is really big on compassion, open-mindedness, and just being open to a range of different experiences. And so I think that shaped some of my personal characteristics as well. Yeah, I don't know that I can necessarily think of something I would change about the school as a whole. I think I really did have a great experience, and my family members and friends who attended did as well. I think looking back on my own experience in high school, maybe something I would have liked to have done at the time could potentially have been to pursue like an additional extracurricular activity. I was pretty busy, so I don't know that I would have had the time. But I always, for example, like I did have an interest in athletics and just being healthy, having a healthy lifestyle. And I did some individual sports. Like I said, I did tennis lessons and Highland dancing, but maybe taking the opportunity to participate in a team sport is something I could have done looking back at high school as well. And teachers were always really willing to work with you as necessary in order to ensure that you were up to date on all your schoolwork and also able to represent the school and to take those opportunities to travel as necessary. I also, through participating in the science fair competitions that I did, I was working in 2 different labs from grades 8 to grade 12. And the school was always really willing to accommodate me as well. If I needed to go do that for an afternoon, I could make up the coursework later. And they were extremely supportive of that. I also know, just not from personal experience, but from seeing that as a student, several of the athletics teams, for example, hockey, would travel quite a bit. And the school would also definitely accommodate them to ensure that they were able to keep up with schoolwork. And so everybody I know was able to work things out with their schedules so that they were able to participate in all those extracurriculars as needed. Yeah, I think all throughout my time at the school, I really did enjoy it year to year. Looking back in hindsight, I think now I can see what an advantage attending the school really did give me throughout undergrad and then also now as a graduate student. I think looking back now, I can recognize the value of being in an environment where leadership and confidence and critical thinking are instilled in you as a student, because I felt really prepared for my university level classes at U of M. Just because of the rigor of the courses at BH, I had a chance to work on developing all those skills that are necessary for university level classes in a really supportive environment with smaller group sizes and with teachers who really wanted you to succeed. And so by the time I got to university, I had already really developed the necessary skills and attitudes towards learning in order to be able to succeed in those university level classes. Yeah, I think the first one is that BH really prepares students for whatever their future may hold. I think that comes from both, of course, the learning opportunities and the rigor of the classes that are available to students that then will benefit them in their future careers and university education. I think also another main benefit of the school is that it will instill confidence and critical thinking in the students, which are extremely valuable skill sets to have. And I think that comes both from encouraging students to speak out in class, to question what's being taught in the courses, and then also just to participate in different activities that open them to the range of experiences in the world. And then I think the third one is just the range of opportunities that are available for the students. BH has outstanding programs for extracurriculars in academics, in athletics, and then also in the arts as well. And recently opened a new art center specifically dedicated to that as well. And so I think that just having all those opportunities available to you is going to ensure that your daughter or the student is able to find things that she's passionate about and really develop those interests during her time as a student. Yeah, I think I would want them to know that BH is a place where your daughter is going to be supported in her education and encouraged to become the best student and person that she can be. I think that it's important to know that the staff, the teachers, everybody at BH really truly cares about the students. I felt that when I was a student, and I know that my friends and family who attended did as well. And so I think it's important to know that everybody really wants your daughter to succeed and is going to provide the opportunities and support in order for her to be able to do that. And I think looking ahead, I would want the families to know that being a student at BH is going to prepare her for whatever the future may hold, and is going to instill that confidence so that she feels she can take on whatever she wants to post-grad. If you asked me in grade 6 or 7 if I would be an engineer, I would have said no. But I think from my experience at BH, it gave me the confidence in myself and the knowledge in order to be able to say that, yes, I can do that, and to really go for it, and to end up now as a PhD student here at Stanford studying electrical engineering. Yeah, I would tell them that they're about to have an amazing experience for however many years they're going to be attending the school. And I would say to go in with an open mind and to really look for opportunities that they have to participate in various activities and extracurriculars at the school. And also to try to challenge themselves and to take on things that they wouldn't necessarily consider right off the bat. One thing that was really valuable for me was those experiences I had with debate in high school. And I had a really fantastic debate teacher and coach at the time. And so I think just hearing from her over the years that that you can do this and you can try out these opportunities and succeed was really valuable. I would have never thought that I would end up at the World Speaking Championships, but she really encouraged me throughout the years, fostered those skills, and told me that I can do it. And so I think that was one thing that was really, really valuable for me.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.